Yo, what up? What's poppin'? Back at it again with another video for y'all. Just want to chat with y'all, and this is another question for y'all. And again, happy Valentine's Day. If you somebody out there that's single and you just going through a breakup, give yourself time to heal. If you somebody out there that's like me that's been single for a while, don't let nobody pressure you. Get to work on your stuff because when it comes down to you working on the stuff that you want to work on, you're gonna attract the right person. But what I want to discuss with y'all, and I got another question for y'all. This is another question regarding the school system and the kids. Do you feel that school strips away a child's imagination? Engage with me, chat with me, drop me a comment in the comment section below, and let's have a discussion about this. My answer to the question, because when it comes down to a kid, because when it comes down to children, they have big dreams. They may say that they want to be an astronaut. They may say that they want to be a Power Ranger. They may say that they want to be a Ninja Turtle. They may say that they want to be an athlete. Kids have big dreams. There's no kid that dreams of working at McDonald's. But then it's like when you become an adult, people always ask you, what do you do? You know what I mean? And you see, it's like with all that stuff that you get taught in school, like they say that like pretty much like 90 to 98% of what you get taught in school is not really useful. It's not really beneficial. So, again, engage with me, chat with me. Do you feel school strips away a child's imagination? I'm gonna give you my answer. When it comes down to children, when it comes down to the youth, like they're in school, they're getting taught this, they're getting taught that. But the thing about it is that with them being a kid, what they're being taught, they may not be like interested in it. They may have like a strength in this, but they have like a weakness in that. And you see, they talk about like kids being academically gifted, but there's that certain child that has a gift. They're gifted, but they're not academically gifted. And you see, when it comes down to like a kid not being academically gifted, it doesn't mean that they're not gifted. They are gifted. They're just not academically gifted. So when it comes down to that right there, I do kind of feel that, like for a teacher, to say that the student is struggling in this, the student is weak in this, the student is weak in that, they need to be put in special education. See, this is one of the reasons why a lot of people don't even know what their gifts are. This is the reason why a lot of people be thinking that they don't even have a purpose. School, especially when it comes down to children. So, I mean, just because of the fact that a student is not academically gifted, like they always get told they gotta have good grades, they gotta have good grades this, they gotta have good grades that. It almost seems that just because of the fact that the child is not academically gifted, it almost seems like they're not even able to use their imagination. So to answer the question, do I feel school strips away a kid's imagination? Yes. Because just because a student is not academically gifted does not mean that they're not gifted. Just because a student is not academically gifted does not mean that they're stupid. You know what I mean? And the reality of it, them letters A, B, C, D, F, 90s, 100s, 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s, 40s, 30s, 20s, 10s, zeros. At the end of the day, they're just numbers. They're just numbers at the end of the day. Like I said before, nobody is a failure in school. You know what I mean? And that's another thing, too. When you're the type of student that doesn't really get good grades, you could be like an average student. You could be the type of student that gets C's. You could be the type of student that gets B's. And you see the teacher may like be saying, I'm not so sure what type of future that you're gonna have. The type of future that you're gonna have, that's up to the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and that's up to you at the end of the day. That's up to God and yourself. The teachers don't really have nothing to do with your future. You define you, not the school system. That's between you, that's between God and yourself. Whatever it is that you want to do, whatever your dream is, use your imagination. because it seems like with you being in school, it almost seems like you're not even able to use your imagination. And then like with your parents being so attached to the Matrix, I mean, sometimes even your parents can even make you feel like a failure when you're really not. And like I said before, parents, I'm gonna keep on saying this because this is very important. You got to keep a check on your kids' mental health. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The school system, it is what it is. School is not a place for your child's mental health. This is one of the reasons why some teenagers in high school commit suicide. This is one of the reasons why some teenagers in high school go through depression. This is one of the reasons why teenagers in high school deal with anxiety, because school is not a place for their mental health. They don't care for their mental health. It almost seems now, and I know that there's good teachers out there. I know that there's teachers out there that do care about a student's gift, that is willing to bring that gift out of the student. But at the end of the day, you do got those teachers that don't really care. They're gonna follow the rules all they can. You know what I mean? You know, when it comes down to doing what's right, sometimes you have to break the rules when it comes down to doing what's right. Just like with Colin Kaepernick in the NFL, with him taking a knee during the national anthem, he pretty much broke a rule, but he did what was right. You gotta stand up and fight, and sometimes you may have to break the rules. You know, and I also know that, like, with a few of these protests that were going on during the George Floyd situation and stuff, like, you know, stuff like that, the police brutality, I also know that there was a few people that were being arrested for standing up what was right. But yeah, I mean, feel free to chat with me. Do you feel school strips away a child's imagination? Let's have a discussion about this. I mean, like I said, just because a student is not academically gifted does not mean that they're gifted. I mean, with the student not being academically gifted, is it possible that they can get A's and B's? Yes, it's possible, and it's possible that they can get all A's. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, teachers talking about saying that they don't know what type of future a student is gonna have. When it comes down to a student's future, that's up to God and that's up to the student. You know, the student has an imagination that they can use. They can do whatever they want to do. School. And that's another thing too. To like a lot of the people that are like millionaires and billionaires, you know, I'm pretty sure that a decent amount of them, when they were in school, they just wanted to do their own thing. They didn't want to have nothing to do with that school stuff. And you know, a lot of those people is rappers, but some of these entrepreneurs, some of these bosses, these billionaires. But yeah, do you feel school strips away a child's imagination? Let's chat. Drop me a comment in the comment section below and let's have a discussion about this. Don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell on my channel, comment, share. Love y'all.